Hi everyone, welcome to Ask Nehru. In the Angular video series, today through this video, I am going to explain about event binding. Guys, event binding is very powerful tool guys. Whenever we want to pass data from our template to our component, event binding is the better choice. Okay, there are some other method also. Through reference also we can pass, but event binding plays a crucial role and mostly developers use this. So it's a mastery class, guys. So even if you don't have time to watch everything in a single go, don't worry, guys. Make a pause and come back and watch it again. And without forgetting, please subscribe and share if you others will be benefited. And without forgetting, please click the thumbs up button. Okay, guys. So in the event binding, so we I have categorized them into three category. Okay, one is actually method name, means simply method name, and method name with the event binding, I mean with the dollar event, and also passing some parameter. This is the syntax, guys. So event binding generally used with the parenthesis. Within the parenthesis, we will give the event name and we will create some method name. I mean the method name can be whatever we want to give, and we will bind it in the TypeScript. Okay, how do we do? So I'm going to show you. And before that, I have classified the events into two things. One is actually keyboard event and another is mouse event. Okay, in keyboard event also we can pass the simple parameters and also event parameters, and there are key up, key press, and so many other events are there. And there are mouse events. In the mouse event also click is there, change is there, and many other things are there. So I have listed them in separate slides. So here I show you the most used mouse events. See guys, click is there and double click is there. I mean whenever the user clicks double times, so it is triggered. Mouse enter, mouse leave, mouse move, mouse down, mouse up. Okay, and we have keyboard events. So in the keyboard events mostly we use this key up, and sometimes we use key press and key down as well, as per the requirement. And we have some form events also, although sometimes it is by typing and it is by clicking, but this I have separated into different category. Okay, and we have library based events. So for example, in the PrimeNG, they have customized the event, okay, as per their need. Okay, so this and all we will see in this video. Now let's jump from mouse event. Okay, let's start from mouse event. So I go to my code base. So in the code base, I have created a different component. I have a separate component. The name I have given event.component.html. I mean, this is the component HTML, CSS, and a TypeScript also. So then from our navbar, I have given the navbar. I have given a router link, that is event. In the router.config, I have created, but anyway, I have a separate video for router. But currently, just I'm telling how I configured so that we will get some different output. Okay, and finally, so this is the result. Okay, now see the result. Yes, here it is. See guys, so this is our last video. So from here I click the sidebar and there is an event binding. When I click the event binding, it redirect to event binding component. Okay guys, so that's great. Now we go to our code base. So I keep this side by side. So this is our HTML component and this is our TypeScript file. Sorry, yes, event and event TypeScript is there. Okay, here nothing is there. It's simply the basic boilerplate code is there on the left side. The right side we have only our event binding in the h1 tag. So first I go to mouse event. Okay, mouse event means click. Okay, so for the mouse event, see guys, So as soon as the button is given, so button means what? When we click on the button, some event will be triggered. We will show some message, or we will print something, or we will do some other actions. So this is the on click. So this is the syntax, guys. Okay, click event, and this is the method. It is customized method. We can give any name. And in the TypeScript file, I just given alert. For example, alert button is clicked. That's all. I save it and I go here. See guys, here is a button created. So when I click the button, see guys, button is clicked. So this comes in the alert because here I have given alert. So you can do console as well. Okay, console dot log button is clicks. You can print in our console also. Okay, so when I click this one, this alert comes, and when I say OK, and the button click is triggered here. Okay, this is simple example, guys. Now if the user want to pass value from component, I mean our HTML file to our component, then they can pass any value. For example, the same value, I am clicked. Okay, he says I am clicked. So in the TypeScript, we are actually in the HTML, we are passing a value, and the value should be accepted here. Okay, with some parameter, and the type of the parameter is message. Guys, it is throwing error because within the double quotes we cannot use another double quotes. So let's make it as single quotes. So the error is arrested. Okay, now message we are receiving through this variable, and we console it. Okay, I tell you one more secret. So how I printed this without a single click, there is a trick. So in the VS Code, there is an extension called console.log. So if you install this particular extension, then we no need to type everything. We just select a particular variable and alt and what is this? Alt key plus forward slash. Okay, that you visit in your, that you can find in your keyboard. Okay, so that's all, guys. That's how I achieve this. Okay, I use generally many shortcuts or many extension for productivity. Okay, that's all, guys. So now I click this one. See guys, message I am clicked in the even component.ts line number 13. See, even ts line number 13. Okay, so I am clicked is given here, but it is passed into this variable, and when the variable is printed, the same I am clicked is printed here. Okay guys, so this is called passing a parameter. And there is one more thing, guys, passing an event. For example, event. Okay, here we can't give this one, rather we can give, instead of message we can give event, and we say mouse event. Mouse event is the data type. Okay, then I print the event. Okay, so when I print the event, let's see what happens. I click it. See guys, it has given some object. Object is printed. So there are altitude, angle, in which angle it is, and bubbles. So cancel button false. So some details about the event, about the mouse, about the button. Okay, screen X axis, Y axis, everything it gives, guys. And pointer type is mouse type. Okay, so many things it gives. Okay, But this is particularly this event is useful in the scenario of some other events like input events. Okay, but now for your knowledge, I just paused event. Event is an object of the particular event. Okay, so it takes the element access and where it is clicked and what's the type of the event, everything it gives the detail. Okay, that also you can use in your project as per your necessary. Okay, so three things I have explained so far. One is without passing anything and passing some arguments and passing the dollar events. So these are related to button, I mean mouse click event. Okay, and also some other mouse event also. For example, instead of click, I say mouse enter. Okay, guys, I give mouse enter. So what happens when I give mouse enter? So when I take the cursor upon the click, because I have not clicked yet, you see guys, this is actually triggered. Okay, we can give some message as well. Okay, instead of this even, I say so within single quotes you can give I am Howard. It gives error because here we have given different data type, so we can give string, so the error will be arrested. That's all. See guys, I take the cursor upon the button I am Howard. Okay, similarly we have, because I have already listed, right, already I shown you mouse enter, mouse leave, and double click also. Okay, maybe I'll give double click as well. Now mouse enter has been given. Now I give mouse leave. Okay, when I give mouse leave, so when I take the cursor upon the mouse, it's not triggered. But as soon as I take the cursor away from the button, it is triggered. That is actually I am Howard. And in some cases, we will use double click. Okay, this is a double click, guys. That means I am clicked 2 times. This is the message I give. Okay, I go here, waiting for the response. What happens here? Yeah, everything works fine. Yes, it has rendered. So when I click one time, it's not come. I click second time, it has not come. I click third time, it has not come. But I click immediately with rapidly 2 times. Here you see guys, I clicked 2 times. That is triggered. So there are many scenarios where you want to give this access. Only if the user clicks double times, this has to be triggered. In a single click, it should not trigger. In that situations, we can use this double click. Okay. So what other events? We have mouse over, mouse enter, and other things also. I give this as a task to you. You try it your own self. What is mouse move and what is mouse down and mouse up. Okay. Now let's move to keyboard events. Okay. So for the keyboard events, I give a input, because in the input only we will have a keyboard. Okay. Guys, I say input click, but in our input we can have click, rather we will have key up or key down and something. Okay, and when we have key up, see guys what happens. I say on key, because the name should also be relevant. On key up, I copy it and paste it here. See guys what happens. In the console I have given key up. Okay, So I saved it and go to the output. See guys, one input element, I mean the form field is created. Okay. When I click something, it doesn't happen. But you see guys, I type something. For example, this. I typed this. There are four character I have typed. You see here guys, the key up is triggered printed four times. The four indicates that it is four time triggered. Okay. So instead of printing something like key up, I want to give the real value. The real value we can print with the help of event. So here also I give event and it is keyboard event because in the keyboard we have many keys. So whatever keys we type here, that will be printed here. Okay. So what I do, I want to print the value first, but what is the event? Let's see what is there in the event. So I go here and type something. See guys, as I type the same this, but here there are some objects are printed, that is keyboard objects. When I expand in one of the object, you see guys, so in the key it is saying T is printed. The second object, if I expand in the key, H is printed, I mean T H. Okay, and if I expand this one, the key I is printed. Okay, so it says, then when I click enter, see guys, in the key enter is printed. That means whatever key we type here, that will be printed. So instead of object, I want to print only the key. So for that, what I give, event dot key. When I give event dot key, see guys what happens. I print T H I S. It is given. So in between, in order to erase the K, I given backspace. Backspace also printed, and I do enter. Enter button is printed. I give forward slash. Forward slash is printed. Backward slash. Backward slash is printed. Okay, so this is especially useful whenever you want to do some operations by the time when backspace is clicked or enter is clicked. So for better example, what I give, so I want to print a particular thing after enter is clicked. So whenever we type something and I just do enter, so when I want to perform an operation when enter is clicked, so many times it happens. So in any website you have a form field, while typing, after typing you want to enter so that it will do some actions. So similarly, if you want to do some actions, that you can achieve this through this. Okay, that is actually key, and which key is typed, that we want to know. Therefore we are having this event dot key. That's really powerful guys. Okay, this is one thing, and the second thing is uh, I don't want to print everything like this, but rather I want to print the value in the same fashion I type. Now actually it is typed one after another, right? So instead of typing one after another, so I want to print the same value as I have typed in the same manner. Okay, what I do for that, I create a variable. The name is the value. Okay, value, and here event dot target as HTML input and value. Okay, here what happens guys, I just save it for better visibility. I do like this, so that on key app you can see keyboard event and this value. Now I want to print this value, therefore I console it. Okay, I go here and click on this and I type something. For example, this is input element. Okay guys, so now everything is not, it's not each and every letter is printed one after another, rather everything is printed in a horizontal fashion. As I type here, that is printed. Okay guys, this is also another powerful way of typing. Now I want to change the event guys. I want to change the events. So instead of key app, I add one thing along with the key app, that is on key app dot enter. Okay, so it is throwing error because here the keyboard event changes, because keyboard event along with the key press event comes. Therefore it is a mixed type of things, therefore we should give any for the time being, although any should not be used, but we will find out the data type of it. So key up enter. So what will happen? So you might have noticed, as I type in each and every line, whenever I add a particular character, each and every line it was printed, but rather I want to print only one time. So this is input, this input element. Okay, and here you guys see guys, the meaning is key up and enter. That means we have done key up, and only when you press enter button this will print. You see guys, this is input element. This is really powerful guys. I hope that you're really enjoying this video, so please keep on watching it, okay, without skipping it, because you will get only off knowledge of it. This is really master class guys. I just explain everything nook and corner of the concept. Therefore this is really a useful and mastery class. Okay, so key up and enter. And also I want to add one more thing. In between I want to add shift dot enter. I mean the shift key and plus enter. So I go here and type this is input. When I click enter, it won't print. See, I am clicking enter, you might have the sound, but when I keep shift and enter, it will print. Now I have, believe me that I have clicked shift along with enter, so that after shift enter it will be printed. So you can do many things. For example, control, okay, ctrl, control plus enter. So when I type something here, it won't print, but when I say control enter, it will print. Okay, for some reason it's not working. Why? Okay, for some reason. Okay guys, let's see, maybe we can change control dot enter. This is input. Yes guys, it works now. So the syntax is, I have given the naming convention different way, control dot enter. Okay, so that after control dot enter it is printed. So in this way you can customize and tell user that you should click this combination of keys, only then this will trigger. Okay, so this is really powerful guys. This is really powerful. Okay, don't forget this syntax guys, event dot target as html element dot value, only this value will be printed, okay, in these things. Okay, so now we have used key up, and also in the input there are some other event as well. There are many events, and one of the event is, let this be here, change event. Okay, for example, we have input, I give a hr tag. Hr means horizontal code, horizontal line will be created, and input will be date. Okay, input will be date. So when I want to show you the result how it is. See, the date is created. When I click this, some dates are there. Okay, now I do here, in this case click should not be applied. In this case change will come into picture. Okay, on date select. Okay, on date select. So this event will trigger on selecting the date. Okay, we can console something on date select. See guys, when I click this one and click 17, I mean the date 17, See guys, on date select is printed. Okay, so this is useful when we use some calendar or a drop down or a checkbox. Okay, this event will be triggered. I mean, this change event is very useful. And I give you one more thing, on focus, on blur also. Input focus. Okay, on focus, on focus, this will print. What is on focus? Don't worry guys, I'm going to show you on focus. Okay, so here you see guys, in this input element, when I click on this, nothing is triggered. But when I click here, on focus is printed, because see, when the form field is in dull state, I mean untouched state, if you do anything, it won't affect. But as soon as I just focus with my cursor, the cursor is blinking, at the same times on focus is triggered. In that scenario, it is very useful. And just opposite of the on focus is on the blur, you can say on blur event. Just opposite of on focus guys. Okay, when it will print, so this is for on blur. So when I click this one, it doesn't print anything, but as soon as I click outside of the input form field, it is printed. So whenever you are taking your focus from the form field, this will triggered. Okay, so these are really powerful guys so far. So I have explained about keyboard event, mouse event, and also this event. And one more thing guys, I want to combine both input and also button. Okay, see guys, for that I create a separate input, and here I give template reference guys, template reference my input. Okay, I give a placeholder so that you can identify. Okay, I just separate it with the HR tag. The placeholder I say template ref template reference variable. Fine. And I create a mouse event. Okay, mouse event means button template ref button. Yeah, template ref button we can have. And in the button, okay, this is button click. So within the button click, I take the reference. Okay, so ignoring the hash symbol, I just take this one dot value. I want to take the value which is printing here, and I take this mouse even method name. Here I declare it and I console it, and the data type will be obviously actually data type will be string data type. Okay, so I come here, see guys, now I want to use both. So I type something, for example, okay, I am input field. Okay, when I click the template, it is printed. I am input field. See guys, this is actually how we combine a form field and also a template reference together. I mean the button together. So we type here, and through the button we pass the value. Okay guys, this is really powerful. Okay, and there is one more thing, my input. So when I focus, this is printed. Okay, sorry, I have to declare this, right? So this is triggered, this button will be clicked when I focus this, so that we can perform some actions. Okay, so now I want to create one more thing. For example, I want to dynamically uh, pass some value from the button. Okay, how do I do that? For that, I create ng on in it. Okay, on the top, first of all, I create a constructor. So within the constructor, I give private, common service, and common service. This I should take it from our service file. Okay, what happened here? One extra parenthesis is added. Okay, nice. Now I want to show you how to dynamically render. If there is a backend data comes in the array of objects, how to handle it. Okay, in the ng on init, the ng on to lifecycle hook, I take the reference of the common service. Okay, common service and get fruits. You remember guys, in the last video, get fruits is nothing but a method which is declared here. This is referring to the local host. Okay, in the local host already I'm running on application. I want to show you that. So this is the application guys which is running here. Okay, this contains an array of objects: id, name, price. Id is there, name is there, price is there, and image URL is there in each object. So I'm taking this and I want to use this in the TypeScript file. I subscribe to it. When I subscribe, what will happen in the subscribe? We will have a next data and console data. Now I want to see whether it's printing or not. So I go here and I see, yes guys. So the data which I wanted to print is printed here. Okay, each contains ID, image, name and price. Okay guys, so now I want to do one operation. For that I create a global variable, fruit object something, fruits data into data. Okay, I declare this on top, and for the time being I give any, but any is not a better practice. We should give object. So in the TypeScript we will give the object as well. Okay, I take the fruits data and I want to loop. Okay, how to loop? At for, and within here give fruit of fruit data which I copied from there, and there is a track and fruit ID, and we have taken the for. Okay, now here I want to create one button. Okay, the button name is fruits name. Okay, so this is dynamically printed. The button will be dynamically printed, and in the button I will have a click, and in the click I will pass the fruits.name. See guys, where this name come from? This name come from the object. Okay, the object which is here. We are looping each and every object, and each object has ID, image and name, price, and whatever we want to print we can print, and whatever we want to show we can show. So that's what going to happen here. So I save it. Okay, I take this and also I take this. So in the side by side I keep this. See guys, the button apple, banana, cherry is printed. Now instead of, I want to beautify this, therefore I give HR to separate it. Apple, banana and cherry is there. Okay, so when I click the apple, what will happen? It is string. Okay, so I print this. That's all guys. So here we have apple. So when I click the apple, apple is printed. When I click banana, banana is printed. When I click cherry, cherry is printed. See guys, it is in the loop. You cannot see apple, banana here, but it is coming from the data. I mean backend data, because actually I am bringing from the backend which is locally running. So guys, actually we are dynamically printing. Okay, so this is the power of event binding guys. So we are passing value from our HTML to our component. Okay, this is also one-way data binding, but we are passing value from component, I mean HTML to component. Okay, so use the power of this event binding in your project or your personal project and get enhanced yourself. Okay, that's what my encouragement today. And without a further ado, please like, comment if you have any questions, and share this video with others. This will really encourages me a lot. Thank you so much, guys. I meet you in the next video. In the next video, I'm going to display the power of ng model, that is two-way data binding. So stay tuned.